Welcome back to the channel, boys, and today we're going to be reviewing Forza Horizon 4. My favourite game of all time, and arguably one of the best arcade street racing simulators. No, well, you say simulators, people get very angry. It's not a simulator, yes, whatever. Simulator games of all time. This is my favourite Forza Horizon out of every single one of them in the series. I played 1, I played 2, I played 3, I played 4, I've loved 4, and I can't stand 5. 5 is a bag of shit before you even begin. So today, boys, we're going to be reviewing Forza Horizon 4 in a little bit of a retrospective review, my thoughts, my feelings. This game came out in 2018, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 6 years later. Yes, I'm not very good at maths. Anyway, let's crack on with it. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let's go. Right, what can I say about this game? What can I say about Forza Horizon 4 as I sit here in my 700 horsepower, naturally aspirated Lamborghini V12? Well, when Forza Horizon 4 hit the shelves in 2018, it was like a perfect storm of driving joy and meteorological madness. Set in a beautifully condensed version of Great Britain, this game brought us the thrill of racing through ancient ruins, as we were well and truly aware when we used to do the bloody, the Forza Horizon challenges, where the thing you can join, the Eliminator, that bloody awful thing. We used to drive through ancient ruins, charming villages like Ambleside and all the rest of them, and the rugged highlands of Scotland, all while Mother Nature showed off her bipolar tendencies with a dynamic season change. Now, as you can see in this video, we are currently in winter, the worst season of all time, and thank fucking God they got rid of this in Forza Horizon 5, but Forza Horizon 5 has its own problems regardless. That game has no soul. This game is filled with soul, it's filled with joy, it's filled with just passion. It's a nice place to be in. That's what separates it from Forza Horizon 5, in my opinion. Fuck Mexico, I can't stand it. Give me Scotland, give me beautiful nature and beautiful roads. Now, speaking of winter, those of you that used to join my streams and join my channel and join in with me when I used to do car meets and those kind of such things, I would absolutely disdain winter, and I know a lot of you boys feel the exact same weather. 90% of the roads are locked off, the fucking traction goes out the window, it smells like your mother's tits. It's absolutely horrible is winter. It's the worst season in Forza Horizon 4, but it also makes for some beautiful shots, especially when the sun is shining and the snow is on your car. It does look very pretty. Now, that is what Forza Horizon 4 did so unique and so different, and that's why it sets itself apart from other Forza Horizons in the series for me, is the dynamic weather changes were not necessarily, well liked by everyone. We only liked summer and autumn, I believe it was. Winter could go shite. That was fucking horrible. But it was a different change to the map, and that's why I think it keeps the game so fresh. But anyway, how does it stack up against its predecessor, Forza Horizon 3, and its successor, Forza Horizon 5? Buckle up, because comparison is about to get as wild as a snowstorm in summer. Moving on from the seasonal changes that we all know, love, and, well, arguably hate, we have a very detailed environment. We have a stunning representation of Britain in this game, and that's why I think this Forza Horizon separates itself from Forza Horizon 5 and Forza Horizon 3. Yes, you have stunning representation in Forza Horizon 3 and Forza Horizon 5, but in my opinion, Forza Horizon 4 just takes it to that next level. Now, let's talk about that. The detailed environment, the tiny little back roads that you have in Ambleside from the M62 motorway that you go flying down, the quaint little villages, Edinburgh Castle, the main city, that beautiful big castle, Edinburgh Castle, and other, handful little other castles near the beach, whatever that's called. We have a very beautiful, detailed environment. Moving on from that, we've got diverse landscapes. We have everything from the M62 motorway to our tiny back roads to the Lake District to the Scottish Highlands in the back right where I used to do my Zanchh circuit, and to the Cotswolds, the quaint little villages on the far left of the map. Now, also, we've got cultural touchstones. We've got we've got iconic British cars in the game. That we have, yes, in every other Forza, but they feel very nice to drive around in Great Britain, of course. We've got the McLaren F1, we've got the Aston Martin DB5, we've got Jaguars, we've got Range Rovers, we've got you name it. This game, it's just a very nice, perfect package in its stunning representation of where the game wants to be. The game wants to be in Britain. It's amazing. The back roads work well. You drop a gear, you disappear, you're weaving out of traffic. The game is fun. And yes, you can do that on Forza Horizon 5. Yes, you can do that on Forza Horizon 3. But I have British bias. So this game is amazing. Moving on. Why this game is amazing. Moving on to our next chapter, we've got the expansive car roster and also the okay customization. Now, the customization in all Forzas, as we know, is always a little bit, how do we say nicely, bleak. You have a Forza bumper and a Forza splitter and some skirts and lots of wheels, and that's about it. Arguably, Forza Horizon 5, yes, now it does have better customization and better features, such as launch control, anti-lag, and some Rocket Bunny kits and that kind of stuff. Yes, you can get them in Forza Horizon 4, I know, but Forza Horizon 5 has a lot more because the game is, well, newer. Anyway, we've got a variety of vehicles in this game. In all Forzas, it's box standard 450 cars, I believe, different areas and manufacturers, providing something for every car enthusiast. We've got customization options from the, well, ish. We've got Forza bumper, Forza splitter, and a bunch of wheels and some awful paint custom options sometimes. So, customization in Forza games have always been a little bit, how do we say nicely, shite. And if you are interested, well, as I am not, we have the Forzathon and weekly challenges where we can earn points and do the races to finally unlock a bloody Lamborghini Huracan Performance that came out in like season 32 or something like that. It keeps the game fresh and it keeps the roster dynamic, so I do like the Forzathon weekly challenges, and they were also made for good YouTube videos because, why not? How to get the bloody Lamborghini, blah blah blah, what's it like, the review. Yeah, they were good, it was nice, I get it. It's a little bit of a grind because it was like 4 races and then you finally get enough points to unlock the car, but it kept the game fresh. And to be honest, Forza Horizon 4, I would say they added some pretty bloody good cars to the Forzathon and weekly challenges. With the Mercedes-Benz E63 AMG, that stands out in my memory. We've got the Lamborghini Huracan Performante, and the Koenigsegg Jesko, remember that debacle, and many, many more others. Now, moving on to Chapter 4, we've got multiplayer and other social features. Now, I cannot express enough. The multiplayer on this game was seamless, it worked well, it was a very good transition between single player and multiplayer. Now, yes, it does get a little bit annoying, like in all Forza games, if you're inactive and you start getting that annoying countdown on your screen, but that's just part of the game. The single player to multiplayer dynamic was quick, it was seamless, the lobbies are always filled, and they're always filled even now. So that says a lot, boys. It says that, well, I think that the car community in Forza Horizon, in general, as the genre, choose 4 over 5. I could be wrong, but that's just my personal experience and personal beliefs. Now we've got Horizon Life, that bloody awful feature, which integrated player progress and activities into a shared world, creating a living community of drivers. Now, every time you go through a speed trap, every time you do a drift zone, where all the lobbies would be filled with hackers with a billion score anyway, so it's a bit pointless. It was a good feature. It was a good little competition between each other to see who could get the highest speed or the best drift score. I remember doing that quite often with the VL Commodore drift setup, having to try get over like 400,000 on the expansion on that massive hill going down. You know what I'm talking about. Team adventures and co-op play. Now, the cooperative games in elements in this game are they were okay. With the what do you call it? The Eliminator. I didn't really play it often. I know a lot of you did. So those that you enjoyed it was kind of like, what, an elimination style tag, pretty much. It was okay, it was alright. We'd capture the flag and those kind of races. Forza Horizon 5, to be fair, obviously, because it's a newer game, does have I believe, a more enjoyable co-op and team adventure kind of stuff, because it just does. It's just newer, it's just integrated, but that feature is a tiny feature in what makes that game playable. That co-op play and team adventure could not be in Forza Horizon 4, and it would still wipe its ass with Forza Horizon 5, in my opinion. Now, Chapter 5, moving on to innovative gameplay mechanics. Now, Mr. Zanchh, what do you mean by that? I nearly said my whole government name then. That would have been, interesting. We had the route creator. Now, we have this in all Forza Horizons, yes, but Forza Horizon 4, we had the route creator. Route creator tool allowing players to design, allowing us, the players, to design and share custom races, adding endless replayability that kept the game fresh. Now, the reason why I mentioned route creator are the roads on Forza Horizon 4 and the races and the tracks were fun to play on. Now, me myself, I have a well-known, bloody hell, who am I? Turn my ego down. I've got a decently well-known route called Z9 Circuit, and on that you hit some pretty good speeds, and the corners are nice and fast and fun. So I had a lot of fun on the route creator, I can't even lie to you. We had the Forza Blueprint, remember that bloody thing, enabling us to create and customise events, further enhancing the game's flexibility and also its activity. Moving on to showcase events, boys. Remember them? I didn't really play much of them myself, where you're getting chased by a plane or you got to beat a hovercraft, that kind of thing. A little bit of excitement, a little bit of variety, a little bit of unconventional competitors, such as the hovercraft and planes you have to beat and whatever else. Anyway, moving on. Now, Chapter 6 is a big one, boys. A big one. So buckle in. Graphics and visual fidelity. Well, this game it is absolutely beautiful. Now, for me, I haven't really seen this game in its whole beautiful-esque way, if that's even a word. Because I have the original shitty, fucking horrible, original brick of an Xbox One. Now, I don't have an Xbox One X or a PC, but I know and I've seen many videos of this game in 4K looking absolutely gorgeous. It has realistic lighting, detailed environments which set a new standard for racing games, dynamic weather effects, from foggy mornings to heavy snowfall. It is a very immersing driving experience, especially on the DLC, what's it bloody called? The one where you go to the different islands, you know what I'm on about. The Northern Lights in there, like the Highlands of Scotland in real life, is absolutely gorgeous, especially on a night. Very, very, very pretty. Now, sound design and music. It has a very high quality sound design and electric soundtrack. The soundtrack for this game is okay. To be fair, only if I ever really listen to the radio in this game, it's more or less just literally classical music as I drive my Bentley, or my nice, beautiful 1,000 horsepower Range Rover. The sound design is great, the car sounds are great, I can't even lie. They are very, very, very nice, but there's always going to be in the Forza Horizons. They're known for the sound design. Music, who really gives a shit? To be honest, if you're playing this game, you may have Spotify on in the background, so music isn't really a big talking point. Now, Chapter 7, Expansions and Post-Launch Support, boys. Yes, that's what it's called, Fortune Island. I just had to Google it. Yeah, Fortune Island is a very, very pretty place, I can't even lie. I wish it was a little bit bigger and a lot more to do, and it would have actually been a bigger hit than it is. But it is a very, very nice place to drive in. I just wish it was a little bit bigger. To be fair, personally, boys, I can't really speak on the LEGO Speed Championship because I didn't bloody play it because I'm not 6 years old. I know it was a big thing in Forza Horizon 3. It's in Forza Horizon 5 at the moment. Forza Horizon 4, my friends that did play it say it's very good. To me, I'm more interested in getting a fucking Golf R, dropping a gear and disappearing. But anyway, ongoing updates. The game, well, was flooded with updates, boys. They never really left us hanging in that department. Every time there was a bug issue, a bug fix, there was always updating the game. I can't hate them on that, such as, you know, regular repairs, updates, new cars, events and features that kept Forza Horizon 4 engaging long after its release in 2018. Now, Chapter 8, and to summarise this game, boys, I would really say where this game has its most oomph, the most go up and go. The reason why this game is, for me, it stands itself apart from Forza Horizon 5. Now, there's 3 reasons. Community engagement, impact on the genre, and the legacy in this series. Now, let's start number 1. Community engagement. It fostered a strong community of players. Content creators and fans such as myself, such as many other content creators, started their content creation journey in Forza Horizon 4. Yes, it may be because, you know, social aspects, you know, I was old enough to start doing YouTube or whatever, but maybe it was because I really enjoyed the game. For me, this was my catalyst of my quote-unquote success on YouTube. This really kickstarted my, you know, what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a YouTuber, I wanted to be a Forza streamer, I wanted to do car meets and that kind of stuff, and this game really gave me that. It gave me a sense of community, it gave me a sense of not necessarily pride, because I don't really look into a game for pride, but there was a lot of pride in the game. The game felt good. I wanted to play Forza Horizon 4. I have over 1,200 hours in the game, as do many of you. I enjoy this game, like, bottom line. It's the only game that I really go back and still play. Still like to just turn the map off, turn the speedo off, and just immerse myself in a 4 series and just drive everywhere. It's a fun game to play. The game has soul. That's the difference. If one thing this video teaches you, boys, in my opinion, Forza Horizon 4 has the most soul out of any other Forza Horizons in the genre. Forza Horizon 5, in my opinion, has no soul. Yes, it's Mexico. Yes, it has beautiful fucking trees, and it's green, and there's lots of dust. Yeah, that's fantastic, but its openness is to no end. The roads are massive. To me, it doesn't immerse yourself like Forza Horizon 4 does for me. And yeah, I am quite passionate about this, because I thought Forza Horizon 5 would be a lot more than what it is. Now, Forza Horizon 4, in my opinion, again, had an open world racing genre. did set the benchmark for future Forzas and for future games around that time period. From its dynamic weather changes and from the detailed environment and the community, everything else we've talked about, I believe that Forza Horizon 4 had a very big impact on the genre of not simulators but arcade street racing games in general. You can't say bloody simulators because people get the fucking panties in a twist when you say that, boys, so you have to say arcade street racing simulator. Now, its legacy in the series. Now, it bridged the gap between Forza Horizon 3's vibrant gameplay and Forza Horizon 5's technical advancements, what I discussed earlier. But I believe out of 3 and 5, I would always pick 4. It's where I started my career, so I may have a little bit of bias, but regardless of that, I think the game's fun. The game is vibrant, it has more soul, the cars handle better. It's just a better game in general, in my opinion, boys. But anyway, that's going to conclude my Forza Horizon 4 retrospective review for a game that came out in 2018, 6 years ago, on all generation consoles. If you are like me and you're poor and you're broke and you don't have a Xbox One X or a 4090 Ti graphics card, fucking ultimate PC, the game's still beautiful. It still looks amazing, and I would, if it gets remastered, that would be great, but I doubt it. And I wish Forza Horizon 5 would incorporate some of the points on Forza Horizon 4 did so well, such as, again, soul. The game is just nice, boys. I really enjoy it. It's my favourite, again, arcade street racing game. So I hope you enjoyed this review, this retrospective review of a few years on, my thoughts, my feelings on the game, and some talking points. If you did, give the video a like, because without your like, I get no fucking money. It is what it is, brother. You know the game by now. You leave your comments down below if you agree, disagree, you want to call me a twat because I said Forza Horizon 5 shit. Suck your mum, and I'll see you on the next one, boys. Yeah, take care. Peace.